Vikas just joined, I think.
Because
Hi.
hi,
Sorry.
Uncle. Good morning. Sorry. Yeah, let me start.
Good
Yeah.
morning, everyone.
Good morning and welcome to another meeting of Sattvic Toastmaster Club for Healthy Living. I, Toastmaster SUDHEER, the sergeant at arms for today's meeting. Mission of our club. The mission of a Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. In order to have a smooth meeting, here are some ground rules. Speakers are requested to refrain from making any reference to politics, sex, or religion in their speeches. Put yourself on mute when not speaking. Don't interrupt while someone is speaking. Be attentive throughout the meeting. There is a disclaimer that this content, video, description, links, and comments cannot and does not contain medical or health advice. The medical or health information is provided for general informational and educational purposes only and is not a substitute for personal medical advice. Accordingly, before taking any actions based upon such information, we encourage you to consult the appropriate professionals. We do not provide any kind of medical health advice. The use or reliance of any information contained in this content is solely at your own risk. Now I invite our presiding officer, Toastmaster Runda, to give her opening address. Let's have a great meeting.
Thank you, S.A. Sudhir, and let's have a good round of applause for this meeting theme of today. So we have an interesting lineup of activities, as usual, should I say, at Sattvic. So we have, I always say that we have an interesting education session or an interesting learning experience, but today is a standout meeting, or in Hindi we call it Zara Hatke meeting. So it is an unusual theme designed by a very interesting personality. He's one of our junior most members, or one of the newest members at Sattvic, and I am amazed to see that he's the Toastmaster of the day. He is also engineer, a software engineer by profession. He's working in the tech industry. He's an IIT alumnus, and I'm so surprised to see his enthusiasm, which is always seen demonstrated in so many ways, wherein he's challenging himself to take various roles. And today he's the Toastmaster of the day. With that said, let me hand over the virtual space to the Toastmaster of the day today, Toastmaster Sudhir Sana. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Runda, for those words. Yeah, who all are fond of watching movies here? Yeah, everyone. Yeah, I'm also the fond of movies just like you. Do you know how Indian movies have risen in the recent time to a global stage? Let's find out in our today's meeting. Let me share a slide deck. Can you guys see my screen? Any? Okay. Yeah, rise of Indian cinema, which is breaking the language boundaries across the regions in India and entering into the world stage. And if you see, these are the different factors which are contributing to make the Indian cinema as an international movies. Let's get into the each factor. Diverse content. Yeah, India is for the we have so much diversity in each and every kind. So movies also as part of that. India cinema offers a wide range of diverse content as we have different regions and different cultures we follow, and from each region we have a different kind of style of storytelling and different genres. And if you see the previous old Indian movies, we usually have a drama, family drama, romantic, all the comedy thing. Now the taste of the audience is also changing, and we are going to the next level of like using VFX, using different kind of technology, and we also take the biopics and different genres as well. Few of those movies like Andhadhun, I see. I think most of them people would have watched that. And recently, in the last decade, we see cinematic universes. Normally, we have a cinematic universes in Hollywood, right? We have DC, Marvel Cinematic Universe. In Marvel, the superheroes will be there, and they are saving the world. In the same way, in India also, we started Lokesh Cinematic Universe, where the theme is to save the country from the drugs. And Vikram is one of the movie in that particular cinematic universe. And another recent movie, which is Hanuman. As you mostly aware of that name of the movie, it is also a cinematic universe movie where you already know that Hanuman is a very powerful character in our mythological stories, and they're entirely based on the mythological stories. If you see these things, the genre and the way of movies has been drastically changing in the last 10 years. And let's get into the technological advancements. If you see before 10 years, we can definitely see whether that movie have a graphics made or the natural things, or if you made some graphics in the movie, immediately say, yeah, this is graphics. It's not that realistic. But if you see now, it is very difficult to differentiate between the graphics oriented one and the natural one. That you can definitely see. And it's not just one or two movies. In most of the movies, we take the advantage of the visual effects and give a very great cinematic experience. One such a movie is Bahubali, the beginning, and Bahubali, the conclusion, which breaks the boundaries of the and created a revolution in the VFX. And when it comes to sound design, sound or the music is the soul part of the movie, which elevates the cinematic experience to the next level. And in all recent movies, every movie that consider the music as a crucial role in that movie. When it comes to cameras, previously we always have whenever there is a movie playing, if it is a far shot, it's always not clear. But if you see the movies which are releasing in the recent times, there is always in detail picture details will be present in the movie. Let me share one trailer of this particular movie, Bahubali, is to show the brilliance of the visual effects, which got released in the year 2015. Let's stop sharing and again. . You guys listen the sound? Okay.
We can't hear the sound.
Yeah, I have to stop sharing. Can you guys hear me?
Not yet.
Now?
You may have to share the sound as well.
Yeah, I actually shared it. ఎక్కడ Can you guys hear me?
Yes, perfect, perfect.
Sorry for that. Can you see my screen? If you see the movie, right? The elephant, the rendering of the buffalo, all these sets have been visual effects. It's part of the visual effects. Oh, sorry. Can you guys hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry, I can't see you. That's why I'm asking that. So the visual effects which you see, the waterfall, the elephant, all these things are rendered through visual effects. And this was the first movie which reached the international stages, and it has been played in different Royal Albert Hall and any other stages. And when coming to the next contributing factor is the emergence of regional cinema. In recent times, at least from the COVID times, the lockdown time, we most of us have the time to do something else from the routines. So I see many people have started watching different genres, different kinds of movies across the world, like not just India, from Korean, Japanese, wherever they feel the content is really good. And the change of audiences has started from there. And now if you see most of the movies, it is being released in multiple languages. It's not just one language. Previously, we were restricted to one particular language, and that particular movie is normally going to release in that particular region only. And because of this, different kinds of storytelling is coming out
and reaching to the wider audience. Some examples are like Ponniyin Selvan from Tamil, 𝗁𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is a recent Telugu movie which got Oscar, and KGF 2 and Drishyam from Malayalam. And all these movies are being released in the theaters, and once this has been released in the OTT or any other platforms, it's being released in foreign languages as well. If you see English or any Korean or Japanese language. So if you see, you can see the audience are expecting or willing to view those movies in their language or with the subtitles. I think now I think we'll talk about more about movies after our prepared speeches. Let's get into that. I'm just going to explain how the meeting is going to be. The first part will be the prepared speech round, where the members will be delivering the speeches based on their projects and parts that they have chosen. And the second part will be the table topics round, where the members will be participating in the impromptu speaking session. And the guests are welcome to participate in this round so that they can get a taste of the Toastmasters. And third section is about the evaluation round, where the prepared speeches is evaluated by the respective evaluators, and the evaluation by the general evaluator and his team. Now, the first speaker for this round is the Toastmaster.
Sudheer, sorry, we just need to do the role player introduction, and you can stop sharing if you like.
Yes. Thanks for the noting. I think as a Toastmaster of the day, it is my duty to introduce the role bearers who will assist me in running of today's meeting. Tag team. To keep track of the time spent by each speaker, please help me welcome timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Navya. Navya, can you introduce yourself and explain about the role details?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Sudhir. Good morning, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. For today's meeting, I'll be acting as the timer. So as the timer, my responsibility is to keep a track of the timing, right? So I'll be timing the prepared speeches and the table topics. For the prepared speeches, the timing will be 5 to 7 minutes. So at 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 6 minutes, yellow card, and at 7 minutes, red. Similarly, for table topics, the timing would be 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, I'll show the green card, uh, yellow at 1.5 minutes, and red at 2 minutes. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Sudhir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navya. To track the good and not good usage of grammar, we need to track. To keep track of the R's and M's during the meeting, we have the R counter of the day, Toastmaster Vikas. Toastmaster Vikas, can you introduce yourself and explain about the role details?
Sure. As I'm driving, video wouldn't be possible. So is that fine without video if I speak?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. This is Vikas, and so today I'll be taking care of the role as a counter. So the purpose of a counter is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the speech. So I'll be counting number of ahs or hums or the gaps that will be used by any of the speaker, and I'll be reporting the same at the end of their speech, which is necessary for evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you,
Over
Toastmaster
to
Vic.
the Toastmaster of the day.
To track the good and not so good usage of grammar, we have the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Vrunda. Toastmaster Vrunda, can you just explain the role details?
Yes, sure. So today I'm playing the role of a grammarian. The reason I'm playing the role of a grammarian is find the good usages of the language, English, and the not so good usages while we are speaking. So I would be paying attention to nuances in the language, also paying attention to Hinglish, probably if we are using Hindi and English or any other new words that could enhance our vocabulary, and also pay attention to things that might not be so great. As a grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. And the word of the day for today is jubilant, which means exuberant, ecstatic, happy. And whenever we see a movie, the usual mood, the experience is feeling jubilant. So that's the word of the day. And an example would be after seeing the movie, the crowd was jubilant when they saw their favorite movie and the favorite dialogues in the movie. And I'm going to share the word of the day in the chat as well. Whenever you hear somebody using the word jubilant, please uh, click your hands like this to show your appreciation, or you can use the emojis in the reactions menu. So this is the word of the day, jubilant. And with that said, let's keep the meeting going and look forward to the prepared speeches. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Sudhir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vrunda, for the elaborated explanation of the role. The first speaker for today's prepared speeches is Toastmaster Ashish Sinha, who will be attempting level 3, project 1 from innovative planning path. To evaluate his speech, we have Toastmaster Vrunda. I request you to please read out the speech objectives. Toastmaster Vrunda.
Yes, thank you. So Toastmaster Ashish Sinha, he is doing his level 3 project 1 from innovative planning. His speech title is Enable Growth. So again, speech title is Enable Growth. The objective of his speech is to practice developing and presenting a proposal. And he is going to practice doing that in a comfortable setting in Toastmasters today. Wishing you all the best. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Sudhir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vrunda. Let me welcome Toastmaster Ashish to deliver his speech. Toastmaster Ashish.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sudhir. Dear members and dear guests, what a jubilant meeting, right? We are going to talk about cinemas, right? So let me ask you one question today. Why are we all here today? Well, you might have an individual response to that, but I believe collectively, we want to improve our communication skills and leadership skills. That's the reason why we are here today. One of the challenges, what I see in our club right now is that we require members to come into the meeting, members as well as guests. So how we can enable this growth? I would like to propose 3 pillars for this particular growth. The first one is to connect. The second one is to collaborate. And third one is to cultivate. Let me share you a story of 𝗠𝗲𝗲𝗁. A few years back, near a place called Hosur in Karnataka, there were 100 acres of barren land. The land was actually filled with chemicals. And there was nothing growing at that particular place. Then came around 40 like-minded people who had a vision to change this barren land into a forest. Well, they faced with challenges, but how they overcame it? They connected with the earth, the soil. They understood what is the need of that particular soil. Then they collaborated. They brought about all the resources, what they had. They brought those resources together. And finally, they were able to cultivate that particular land, which would be able to sustain. And now it has over 40,000 trees with 250 species of birds which are there. A wonderful green 𝗠𝗲𝗁. Let's put that into our practice. For our problem where we want to grow, where we want our members to come in and participate in meetings, how can we connect? I have 2 action items for that. One is to connect internally. To connect internally, we need to understand what are the needs of our members. For that, I would like to propose having informal meetings and having to know from them why exactly they are joining Toastmasters and this particular club and how we can help them. The second one is to connect externally. To connect externally to guests, my proposal is that we have our club website. I was reading into one of the district articles where they mentioned the members who come into online meetings, they are from websites. 80% of them are coming through websites to their club. If we have our own websites, and I would like to really thank, the initiative has already been taken by DTM Note. I would like to really thank him for taking this initiative. Then people who are like-minded can join us and come over and join in our meetings. So that's my second proposal, that we should have our own website where we can showcase our members and also showcase why we are a club, an online club where we want individuals to come forward who are like-minded, who wants to learn more about health, who wants to improve their communication skills and leadership skills. So this is about connecting. This will help to connect with people, connect to their hearts, understand their needs. The second part comes in collaboration. Now, in order to collaborate, I would like to propose 2 action items. The first one is that we should have a forum where we can beforehand mention what are the roles which we can take. In case if we are not, some of us are not able to make it, we are able to mention out there that we won't be able to come at this particular date, but we are able to prepare beforehand on the dates when meetings are happening, so that we understand when the roles are completely, some of the roles which are missing for the meeting, and we can collaborate much more effectively. That is one part of it. The second part is we can also think about meeting just before meeting, probably 1 day or 2 days before, so that a short meeting where we can understand whether all the role players are ready for that particular role or what we might need to do to fill those roles. Now, how about cultivating? In order to cultivate and maintain the growth, what we need to do is that we need to get constant feedback from our teammates and the members. We need to connect to them and get feedbacks. With this, I believe we can enable growth in our club and we can bring about the value what we are looking from a club meeting. So to conclude, the problem of growth, what we are seeing, to enable that, we should try to connect with our members internally to know their needs, connect with like-minded people by having our own website so that they get informed about them, informed our meetings, collaborate, have a central place where we can collaborate for a particular meeting. To have a well-planned meeting, we can have a short meeting earlier to see what are the gaps and prepare well. And lastly, we should cultivate to get more feedbacks for our members. And with that, we would be able to enable growth and have a club where we cultivate people to have communication skills and inspire them for healthy living. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Uday.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. Definitely we'll cultivate the proposal, what you made and the feedback. Now, speech 2. The second speaker is named Toastmaster 𝗁𝗲𝗁, who will be attempting level 2, project 1 from the engaging humor path. To evaluate his speech, we have Toastmaster Noor. I request you to please read out the speech objectives. Toastmaster Noor.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, 𝗁𝗲𝗁 is embarking on project 1 from level 2, engaging humor. The purpose is very simple. He has to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and present a speech that includes humor. And his speech title is Your Network is Net Worth. Timer, please note his timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Noor. Now I welcome Toastmaster 𝗁𝗲𝗁 to deliver his speech. 𝗁𝗲𝗁.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guest. I'm 𝗁𝗲𝗁 from New Delhi, India, and I'm founder CEO of 18 years old company, Cargo Movers, which is ranked among top 100 ITA company in Delhi in international logistics and customs. Today, on celebrating International Women's Day, I am jubilant to stand before you today to unravel the secret sauce of success, a concatenation of connections, a dash of digital diplomacy, and a sprinkle of social sorcery. Yes, my friend, the topic of the day is none other than your network is your net worth. My friend entrepreneurs asked, JK, I'm struggling to grow my professional network. What should I do? If you have the same question, you are not alone. Many people who feel hesitant or unsure about how to network effectively. If the thought of networking makes you uneasy today, here is a fresh perspective to help you embrace it with confidence. Now I know what you are thinking. I accidentally walked into a tech conference or is a stand-up comedy night. Well, my friends, I'm about to make networking exciting as a cat video on the internet. You see, in this fast-paced world, it is not just about what you know, but how you know. Remember the time when knowing your neighbor Wi-Fi password was the most important connection. Well, times have changed. My friends, today your net worth isn't just determined by your bank balance. but by the strength of your digital entourage. Recent example of network is net worth. As you are all well aware, for pre-wedding of his son, Mr. Mukesh Ambani has got converted Jamnagar Airport international status for 10 days. A quote by Tim Sanders says, how much power and influence you have in your society, personally or professionally, emphasizes the idea that your success is determined by the value of your network. It is not just what you know, but how you know and who you know that can make a significant difference in your life. The importance of networking and how it can impact your network. Let me ask you questions. Why are reunion important? Why should we have a social network of friends from college? How many friends often help in betterment of life overall? Many such other questions. I'm I'm totally into more perspective on the same and to share my ideas as in my reunion is essential because I'm introvert and I never participated in a school and college union. I would rather face a lion in the wild than attend a networking event. Post joining Toastmaster and BNI Business Network or Association, I understood how important is it to remain connected with our friends. I'm in Indian Institute of Foreign Trade alumni batch of 1988. Still, my five batchmates are very close. Child is father of man. Last year, I participated my 25th reunion alumni of Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. It was really emotional experience. My old classmate bring old memories. Now we are helping each other business to grow directly and indirectly. Reunion plays a very important role. It revenged my life, bring joy, memorize old golden young days, develop a bond, business form a group which is long lasting, bring positive energy. Let's connect more. Networking is an art, not a science. Even introverts can master it. Remember the wise words of introvert genius Albert Einstein, who said, the monotony of solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. So embrace your introversion, my friends, because even the quietest mind have the loudest impact. Legendary entrepreneur Richard Branson said, succeeding in business is all about making the right connection. Now, I'm not saying you have to invite Elon Musk to your next Toastmaster meeting, although that would be cool. But you get the point. Networking is like playing chess. You might not understand every move, but it is a strategic connection that leads to checkmate. Let me share a very personal story to illustrate the power of network. I was standing at a coffee shop trying to figure out how to make my business. I bumped into a cutout of Mark Zuckerberg. But the metaphoric collision was real. We started talking, and before you know, I was on the fast track to digital stardom. Moral of the story, your network find you when you least expect it, even it is made of cardboard. But let's not forget the real heroes of networking, LinkedIn and Facebook, the place where people connect for well everything else. It is like digital playground where you can swing from professional endorsement to sharing cat memes within a heartbeat. Pulling a good network together takes sincerity, effort, and time. Jim Rohn, an American enterprises quoted, "You are most welcome. I'll keep recommending you. You keep recommending me. बस recommendation में ही खुश हो जाएंगे." So, in conclusion, for healthy living, let me leave you with this nuggets of wisdom. In the age of social media, your network is your net worth. Build connection, foster relationship, and who knows, maybe one day you will sipping coffee jubilant with a cardboard cutout of success. Thank you, and may your Wi-Fi always be strong and your connection even stronger. Thank Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster A.K. Arora. Definitely, we'll try to reunion with our club members as well. Now, going to the speech 3. Third speaker for today's prepared speeches is Toastmaster 𝗠𝗲𝗲𝗁 from Vellore Toastmasters, who will be attempting level 1 project 4 from the presentation mastery path. To evaluate his speech, we have Toastmaster Caroline. Toastmaster Caroline, I request you to please read out the speech objectives.
Thank you. Good morning to all of you. So, Toastmaster 𝗠𝗲𝗲𝗁 is going to give his level 1 project 4 in presentation mastery. And the purpose of this speech is to present a speech and receive feedback and apply the feedback. So, all the best to you, 𝗠𝗲𝗁𝗁 𝗁𝗲𝗁. The title of the speech is Action and Reaction. Over to you.
I'm
Just
audible, right?
confirming the timing is 5 to 7 minutes, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
I'm audible, right? Before proceeding? Yes. Okay, fine. Action and reaction. What is the first quote that you get when you mention these words? I believe it should be something along the lines of every action has an equal and an opposite reaction. This, you don't need to have a major in physics to know these words. These are the famous Newton's third law of motion. Yeah, actually, yes. So I hold the belief that this law can be applicable in real life as well. How, you may ask? That is what I'm going to give you an anecdote. Except in this case, the reaction was far stronger than the action. See, since this Sattvic Toastmasters is a health-oriented club, right? I'll just give a story based on my experiences with health, maintaining my health. I am an avid walker. Walking, jogging, I do it everything. In the morning, I wake up very early in the morning, around 5 o'clock to 5:30, depends upon the time. And I take an approximately 8 to 10 kilometer walk every day for 1.5 hours as a standard. This is a habit that I started like 3 months back when I was really fed up of how how my day goes by and how everything is so monotonous. I wanted to get a spice in my life. I wanted to improve my health. And every time I walk, right, I get a feeling of jubilation, that every time I complete the thing, that I had started a new habit, a habit that is very much positive, that reinforces your health. So as I began my journey towards walking, I started by slow jogging. I first started by walking normally, 8 to 10 kilometers. I slowly started increasing my distance till I reached 10 kilometers and so on. This happened when during my 2 months, ever since I started my habit, I started noticing a man. He was really old, you see, approximately around 50 plus. Normally, you tend to see a lot of people walking alongside you. You usually ignore that. But in this case, this person, he was very active. For such an old-aged person, he used to jog the entire 5 kilometers on his own without any breaks. For 3-4 days, I just used to try to ignore that. But then, when you notice someone older than you with far more energy and far more active, being far more active, you tend to get a feel of competition, I believe. Okay, I had that feeling. So I decided to go and I decided to try to match that person. I couldn't actually. I was barely able to jog for 300 meters in a single stretch. So I tried again and again. Every day I kept on increasing again and again and again. And I was able to increase to 500 meters, but still I was unable to match that person. But I was very, very determined very determined to meet that expectation. So I tried every day for, I think, 20 days. I tried constantly to at least cross 1 kilometer constantly in jogging. And in the end, suddenly it occurred in one day. See, as mentioned before, I could go to 300 to 500 meters and a single stretch. Suddenly, on one particular day, I was very, very determined. After 500 meters, I didn't want to stop. I just wanted to cross the milestone. So I tried. I really, really ran. And my legs started hurting. I was suddenly, when I looked over, I started crossing 500, 700 meters. I crossed 1 kilometer. It was something new. See, the thing about achieving new milestones is it's very, very intoxicating in many ways. You start feeling really, really powerful. And this is where the action comes, my friends. See, that feeling of powerful, it's, as mentioned, it's very addictive. So instead of stopping after achieving the milestone, I wanted to cross 2 kilometers. And I kept on jogging. See, the pain, I didn't feel any pain at that moment. And I kept on jogging 2 kilometers, 2.5 kilometers, I went. It was like crossing milestones after milestones in a single day. And it was, I didn't expect it at all. I kept on going and going and going until I reached my house. This was at the last stretch of my walk, you see. I reached my house, close to my house. And when I stopped, oh my God, it was wonderful. Like from jogging to 300 to 500 meters to straight on going to 3.5 kilometers, that is something else. It's like a health milestone that I've crossed. And again, the feeling of jubilance is quite over the top. And this is the action I mentioned. So with this feeling, see, from the end of the jogging spot to my house, it's approximately 200 meters. And with the feeling of this jubilance, I went back to my home. And now comes the reaction. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it was terrifying. It was, see, I went to my home, I crossed 100 meters, it was close, just 150 meters to my house. I walked, nothing happened. Suddenly, everything started becoming two. There was a neighbor's house, there was a tree nearby. I started seeing 2 trees instead of 1. And everything suddenly started spinning around. My body started sweating and I started woozy around. It started becoming really woozy. And suddenly the milestone, the jubilance, everything went off. And the only emotion at that moment was horror and reaching my house before doing anything. And I did as well. I struggled. I'm sure that anyone who looked from the outside, from another perspective, would have thought I was a drunken person, just walking around like that, because I'm sure that is how I was. And I stretched myself. This portion, this last 100 meters was far difficult than running the entire 3 kilometers. Until finally, I reached my house. I opened the gate and I straight out fell down on my face. Fortunately, my mother was there. She took me inside. I got some water and I did that. And you know how Indian parents are, they tend to be very overprotective. But if we do something, oh my God, the lectures that you get, it's, oof. The time I was healing, I heard about how irresponsible I was, how unworthy of being how a terrible son I was, how bad I took care of myself, and so on and so forth. So the moral of this story is that, see, every action has an opposite reaction in physics, but in real life, it is usually twice, or the reaction you get is twice or thrice what the action that you supply. So thank you, fellow Toastmasters and gentlemen.
Thank you, Toastmaster 𝗁𝗲𝗁. I think now let me give some more information about the movies. Let me share the screen. You guys see my screen?
It's
Yeah. In the recent times, when the Oscar Awards got nominations, and when they announced the awards, have become jubilant when one of the award has been given to our Indian cinema. The song Natu Natu from 𝗶𝗶𝗃 movie has secured the Best Original Song Award. During the same, Elephant Vishwas received the Best Documentary Short Award. This shows how the Indian cinema is changing and showing the different ways of storytelling at the global stage. If you see in terms of the success, in terms of revenue with the movies getting generated, I see the first movies like Dangal, which was a massive success in China, and it's collected around 1,043 crores during that particular time. And many other movies, Bahubali, The Conclusion, these movie has been it's been dubbed in different languages like Chinese and any other Korean languages, and it's been released though in those places as well. And it's collected around 1,750 crores. And recent movie 𝗶𝗃𝗃, it's collected some 1,236 crores. And the KGF 2, it's collected around 20-30 crores. And all these movies has a different ways of genres. Like Dangal is a biopic, and Bahubali is the fiction of this thing, and 𝗶𝗃𝗃 is a bond between talks about the friendship bond between two persons. And KGF 2 is a action oriented and mother sentiment. And all these things have been received well at the international stage. And if you see, these are some of the posters. The first one is a Dangal, and that movie is about the wrestler's family, and it's a biopic. Fogart family, and it's a story of a woman who got a gold medal in the Commonwealth Games. And the right side one is the Bahubali, which is a fictional movie, and it's a war-oriented movie. And these are the other two movies. 𝗶𝗃𝗃, like this is the movie which got the best original song in the recent Oscar Academy Awards. Let me tell you one thing. Do you know the Indian cinema which is going to remake in Korean or English? Anyone knows? Yes, it is true. Normally, we see the movies are being remade from the Hollywood or any other language, and we try to make it as an Indian cinema. It's in kind of a remake or the dub kind of thing. But this has been changed. And anyone wants to guess the movie name?
Bahubali.
No. Okay, let me tell you the movie. This is the movie name. Bishop. I think most of the people got amazed, right? Isn't it? Initially, it was released in Malayalam. When we remade in Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Hindi, Sinhalese, Chinese, and recently they announced in English. They announced this movie is going to remake in English as well. Isn't it a pride moment for all of us? Like our Indian cinema is going to. I mean, it's widely accepting the way of storytelling, right? Yeah, I think many more is yet to come. It is just a start of the era of Indian cinema on the global stage. And thank you for giving this opportunity to give about the view about the Indian cinema, how it is going in the international stage. Now, we'll go to the next section of today's meeting, which is the interesting one for every one of us. It's table topics. To provide us with the challenges for today's table topic round, we have the table topics master who will be conducting the session today. Toastmaster Pratik, I'm handing over the stage to you.
Yeah. So thank you, Toastmaster Sudhir Sana, for introducing such a jubilant theme of rise in Indian cinema. And no doubts, today I'm witnessing the jubilant speakers who have spoke wonderful about their respective topics and the objectives. It is no doubts an action-packed meeting in which today I witnessed 3 speakers and learned many things about how to lead our life in terms of network or in terms of actions and reactions and in terms of so many things which we might have observed to implement in our life. So when Toastmaster Sudhir Sana has given me the theme or given us the theme, I was just thinking that I am a table topic master and what should I do now? You know, the theme is so important. When I started thinking about the theme, 2 points came to my mind. One was, what is the reason behind that the cinema is catching up so much of attention? And why it is the most effective tool in communicating our message to the audience or to the world. And second thing is, what is going behind the scene? So I concluded that when anybody is making a film or when anybody is making a cinema, there are so many creative people behind the scene. There are creative writers, there are creative directors, there are creative producers, there are sound artists, and what else? There are creative actors. And how it is related to us? We are a part of Toastmaster, right? So I found that when we actually are the heroes of our own movies. We are the actors, we are the writers, we are the producers, we are the directors of our own film. And to make ourselves hero of our own life, we have joined community like Toastmasters, where we are trying to improve on our writing, we are trying to improve our communication, and so many different things. So we are alone trying to do so many things so that we can speak effectively in front of audience. And whatever is our objectives in our life, we can fulfill that objectives, not only for ourselves, but to contribute to the society at large. So first thing, what we need to do, we should know how to be the hero of our own film. And for that, we have to learn the effective communication. We have to have certain objectives. So I would like to ask each and every one of you, have you decided your goals in your life? Have you decided your objectives in your life? And to walk towards your objective, I'm very much sure that to meet each and every objective or goal of your life, you might be having a role player. That role player is your role model. You are watching that role player and becoming the hero of that particular objective. Now, my topics are decided on that base itself. Now, if I take an example, I will take an example of very simple objective. My objective of life is to serve the society at large. And my role model is Prime Minister Narendra Modi, right? Directly or indirectly, he is serving the society. What he has done over a period of time, maybe we might not have seen in 50 years. This is my way. This is my thought process. So I'm sure that you are also your goals, your objective, and definitely you will be having your role model. For example, if I talk about communication and leadership, might be Toastmaster Raghu was one of my role model. In the same way, my topics will be aligned with that. What you have to do is just think till the time your turn is coming. Just think at the back of your mind, one of your goal, one of your target, which you want to achieve, and relate it with one of the role model, which you can see in your daily life. Now I will come to the first speaker. What you have to do is you have to raise your hands. The person who will raise the hand first, I will give the chance to that person first. If you are a guest, I would like to have like alternative way. First, I would like to have a Toastmaster who are little understanding about this table topics. And second, I would like to give it to someone guest. So first, raise your hand. Anybody? It's an opportunity. Please come up. Otherwise, I will select one. Yes. So Toastmaster Hari Nair. First of all, clap for him. So taking initiatives are very important, and he is the one who has taken one that today. So I will ask you this question only. What is one of your goal of your life, and who is your role model and why? Toastmaster Hari Nair, over to you.
One of my role models that I really look up to is one of my relatives. He's my cousin. I call him Biju Chetan. His name is Biju. He has lived a very full life, and he continues to. And I find him very jubilant all the time. Every time I call him or he calls me, he starts off with, "Hey Hari, how are you? I hope all is well." And you can hear the jubilance in his sound. He sounds so happy and so full of life. And he's always there for me. He's always ready to answer my queries whenever I'm in despair, whenever I'm in need. And even when I'm excited, he's always excited. And I can feel how he is of service, as you were saying, Toastmaster Pradeep. He has taken the time to set up his life in such a way that he can be of service to others through his inner work and through his outer work. And he has worked on himself for so many years that he has found ways to help others through his understanding, his wisdom. And it continues to inspire me every day. He continues to show me how to live a better life. And through his example, I've learned to give back to others. And I find that beautiful. I find that very inspiring for myself. So Vijay, this is for you. Thank you so much. And thank you for this opportunity. Back to you, Toastmaster.
So it's important first to know our goals, to know our targets, and it's important to walk on that path. We should have some role model who is day in, day out we are meeting. So who is the next one who would like to give thought on this? Okay, I will then pick up someone. Yeah, so I will pick some guest or a new Toastmaster over here. Toastmaster Caroline, are you okay? Yeah, fine, amazing. So I am having a topic also, but if you are having some goal defined, I would like to know that goal and your role model aligned with that.
Asking about what goals I have defined for myself and who I look for inspiration to fulfill that goal. So I somehow feel that my mom, her 76th birthday is coming up. So she's all over my head. And I feel that she's lived such a amazing life. And she's someone who's very close to family, to to the society that she lives. She's a person who always wants to give back. And there are a couple of things that I find very fascinating. Like, for example, the house that we have now, she had visited as a 5-year-old, and she went and saw the garden in that house, and she said that if I ever get a house, I want to have a house just like this. and they were in the Gulf. And when my grandfather, said that there is a house for sale, she was so amazed to find out that the very house that she had visited as a 5-year-old, she was able to buy that same house. Then she was 25 years. So 20 years later, it had come to pass. And so there are so many things that I would like to do, emulating my mom. And yeah, so I think she's there in my head completely. And thank you for this topic. Over to you.
Hello.
Yeah, Pradeep, we can hear you.
I am having some network issue. So am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, so thank you, Toastmaster Caroline, for the wonderful, like you have aligned with the wonderful goal. I also, when you spoke about your mom, I thought about my mom. And one of my objective is do one thing every day, do one new thing every day. In this way, you will be able to complete 365 things in a year. And that was my mom used to do. And I was really, whenever I think of her, she's not there in this world now, but whenever I think of her, she there is a feeling of jubilance came into my mind and in my whole arena, which always keep me on the move. So just you talk about your mom, so I just thought of my mom. Yeah, so I can see Toastmaster Sudhir Sana, who has raised his hand for coming up on stage. Over to you.
Actually, I raised so that the timer cards will be there. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to speak.
Yeah. Go.
The topic is same, or otherwise I can give you the topic also. If you are having clear goals, then you can align that with your role model. Otherwise, I will give you the topic. Yeah.
Yeah, either of it's fine. Let me tell the role model. I think before I never thought I'll be going to join the Toastmaster Club and talking like this. The first one, the who inspired me is my better off and my wife, Toastmaster Navya. Big thanks to her. And when I joined, like which one I have to join, which Toastmaster, and what are the paths I have to take, see, and what are the different things which suits me to help my communication skills. I think TM Raghu has helped me a lot, like from the starting. And whenever I have any question or any query about the Toastmasters in choosing the path or in getting the feedback of any icebreaker speech or any other speech, he was always helps me in resolving those queries or the questions. I think I'll take role both my wife and DTM Raghu as my role models and want to become like them in terms of the public speaking or the communications being exhibited by them. Thank you. Thank you to DTM Pratik. Back to you.
Amazing thought process. Since you spoke about your wife, so I will just tell my wife is also one of my role model for a go-getter approach. So just you spoke about your wife, so I just thought of sharing the same. So you are having different role models for different objectives. So we can see that there are many different people who are having different objectives and the role model. I'm happy to know that sometimes people are missing that whom to follow, and then you have to define that whom to follow. That is important. Yeah. Now I would like to who would like to come next? I thought one name in my mind, but yes, first I would like to give the opportunity to you itself. Okay, so I will go for Toastmaster Vikas. Are you okay to speak?
Yes, Pratik.
Amazing.
So
Should I give you the topic, or you have thought of this goal or target?
You please give me the topic.
Okay, so so one of my objective is, say your objective is to be healthy and fit. Okay, now to be healthy and fit, who is your role model?
Nice. Thanks for this topic, table topic master. So good morning, everyone. In terms of health and fitness, so to be honest, this is one of the major area which I wanted to improvise myself. So since from past 6 to 8 months, I was very, I'm very ignorant about my health conscious. So probably this is the time, at least now I should take the initiative, because I'm declaring that I wanted to take care of this health topic as a major area. In terms of role model, I can say my mother, because when she commit herself, so to manage her health, so she will be so dedicated in terms of managing diet, irrespective of whatever the discomfort zone so she go through, so she ensure she will achieve it at the end of the day. And so people like my mother and people like Raghu bro, right? So I have seen them achieving something out of comfort zone, so which I don't feel motivated sometimes. So because I have to learn that embracing to be in a discomfort zone, and so accepting the pain that we go through. So that will definitely end up with a very good result. And I for that, decision is the main aspect which give us the end result. So sooner I will decide myself to take my health as a primary area to end up with a good result. Thank you so much, Pratik. Over to
Thank
you.
you, Vikas. Yeah. So, so when some of the one of the speakers spoke about network is net worth, and sometimes we are having a goal in our life, but we are not able to understand who should be our role model. But if you increase your network, you will understand, and you will find one person who can be your role model, whom you can connect with and focus towards your goal. So it's important, which we understood today. Okay, I can see one of the guests, Vidya Sagar. You are there? Praveen Prakash and Vidya Sagar Kumar. I can see two names similar. You are there? Vidya Sagar Kumar. You can hear me? Okay, so I can see the raise hand of Toastmaster 𝗁𝗲𝗁. Fine. So shall I give you the topic, or you have decided something?
Yeah, I have two mentors. First mentor is my spouse. She, daily basis, she motivate me. Means starting from the morning, means like I get up at 5 a.m. So she motivate me to take a diet properly, because I was overweight earlier. So a little bit I reduce it. And from every step, she motivated. Like if supposing we meet at the night again after I come to from my office, she discussed that these are issues, means which I issues which we discuss, means we have 10-15 minutes, 20 minutes, we discuss all the issues, and she guides me, she motivates me, like in if I'm high or low, she guides me in every step. So really a great motivator. And I think today I'm here all because of her. It is great to have a spouse like this. And then the second motivator I have in my business, BNI Associates, Miss Deepti. Yeah, I always, whenever I meet, or even in the WhatsApp also, she motivates to make a level up of every activity. Everything which we do today had to be level up day by day. So I think these two women has done a great impact to my life. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmasters.
What an amazing take.
Yeah.
So since now he is talking about wife or in general, we are talking about spouse. And now our spouse gives us feedback. If we take it negatively, we are depressed, right? And if we take it positively, we can really touch the skies. So it's on us. We have to take the feedbacks on a negative way. But yes, I have also seen over a period of time, and you might also have seen, you take the feedback of your spouse positively, you will touch the skies. Whatever goals you have, you will definitely achieve. Okay. Yes, I think we have time. We can take one more, or we should move ahead. Tell me, presiding officer.
I think we will have to move on. I just don't want to say that. Maybe after the meeting is done, we could continue this conversation. But right now, we are
I
reaching
understand
almost
that.
8:30.
Yes. So time, there's one song called Time is Money and Money Can Buy No Time. So I'm just saying this, it's a copy. But thank you. Thanks for be a part of this table topic session of this wonderful theme of the day. Over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sudhir Sana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratik. Thanks for bringing a different flavor to our meeting today. Now we'll move to the next part of our meeting. In this, we are going to, in this round, the constructive feedback is given to each speaker. Now I invite the evaluators for the 3 speeches. For the speech of Toastmasters Ashish, now I invite Toastmaster Vanda to give the evaluation of the speech.
Firstly, congratulations, Ashish, for a wonderful topic, enable growth. And I was wondering, what are you going to present? And you chose the membership strength in Sattvic. So I was, as a presiding officer, it was like double dhamaka for me. I was very happy to see that topic. You gave us a nice overview, starting with the why, which is always good. So your objective for this presentation was about how to do a good presentation and how you would want to do it in a probably a formal setting. So I like the fact that you started with the why. You backed it up with the current situation and where you want to take it further. And then you explained the how to. So it was well organized, was my first feedback. In terms of the content, I felt you had enough examples. You also had good numbers to showcase where you're coming from. Just give me 1 second. So you could hear the numbers, which always enhance the wording, or they break the monotony of just words that we are listening. And you also used good alliteration. So you said content, collaborate, and cultivate. And then you gave down a breakdown of each. So that was great. You came up with practical examples. So it was not too preachy, but it was practical. And also in a formal setting, we would want it to be practical rather than preachy. So that was good. You spoke about how you broke down connections into internal connections and external. Then you talked about collaboration. Again, the same way you used what you could cultivate and grow further. Now, coming to the challenges, what I would like is some example or milestones, like how you could do this, or what's the roadmap ahead, and some actionables. So going forward, let's do action 1, 2, 3, or take away points. So the conclusion could have been better. In terms of the delivery, you always have a good voice modulation, you have a good vocal variety, probably a better use of stage to enhance your speech would help you in the future. So these are a few small things, and I would like to challenge you to take this into fruition with the team. So that's my challenge for you, and I look forward to another great speech from you. Always a pleasure to evaluate your speech. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vrinda, for the evaluation. Now I invite evaluator for the speech to DTM Noor. DTM Noor, can you provide the evaluation for speech 2?
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. Fellow Toastmasters, a very good morning to you all. Now, first things first, JKG, is that I have successfully hacked my neighbor's Wi-Fi password. The day he became my neighbor, and 20 minutes after he booted up his Wi-Fi router, I was able to crack his password. Now, I'm confident that none of you know my neighbor, so I'm able to tell this in this meeting. Now, the connection is pretty strong too. Now, I must tell that your topic, your network is your net worth. It resonates with me personally. That it emphasizes the power of connections in our personal and professional life. Now, Aroraji, what I loved about your speech was the series of exotic phrases which you used during your introduction. Now, it was a verbal fiesta for me, the music to my ears. You may call it anything like that. So I felt that that usage of the words and phrases were really excellent. I also love the rhetorical questions you used during your speech. Now, I appreciate your personal story at the coffee shop and during the alumni reunion. Uh, you also used quotes from eminent personalities to drive the point, which was spot on. I believe that you did a fantastic job there. I also would like to point out the use of analogies where you actually drew connecting lines from networking to a cat video on the internet, and also you compared networking to chess. Now, these elements can significantly enhance your speech by providing depth and relatability, right? And your selection of these components, it demonstrates your ability to do research and weave complex ideas into your narrative, a skill that is invaluable to any public speaker. Now, engaging audience through humor is quite a challenge, even for experienced speakers. Now, if you could incorporate these following suggestions, you will definitely improve your future humorous speeches. Number one, now humor is an art which often requires timing, variation in delivery, and you have to tailor your delivery to the audience's taste. Now, vary your pace. Try speeding up during the build up and then slow down at the punchline, or even take a pause right before the punchline for that effect. Right? Number two, another area for you to explore is the integration of more personalized jokes or any type of anecdotes. Now, personal stories, any observations which you have, regular observations, can not only make your speech more relatable, but it can also inject this natural humor into your presentation, right? So I thought that your pace was at a constant pace. You didn't vary the pace. And there was a joke on coffee shop, but it was not connecting that. So you can do something like this. Use a common scenario, but with a twist. Like, I tell everyone that my network is my network, but after buying everyone a coffee, I'm starting to think that it is just my net expense. All right. So you can use some stories like that. Now, I want to make a public announcement that it and make it very clear to everyone that the lion in the wild is 100 times more dangerous than the networking. That I can vouch for. Right? So humor is quite subjective, right? And what matters the most is that you were brave today to step out of your comfort zone, and you had this commitment to improve yourself. Now, every speech is a learning opportunity. And if you consider the suggestions which I mentioned earlier, I have no doubt that with your evidence, skills, and dedication, you will continue to grow and succeed in your Toastmasters journey, JKG. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM Noor, for the evaluation. Now, now we are moving to the speech 3 evaluation. Now I request Toastmaster Carolyn to provide her speech evaluation. Toastmaster Carolyn?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So Toastmaster 𝗠𝗲𝗀𝗁 what a lovely talk that was. It was very, very relatable to me because a few years back, during COVID, my daughters, they got me a smartwatch. Ever since I understood that there's something called a pedometer, an app, and I went crazy. So I would walk on the bridge up and down close to our home, almost 3 kilometers every day, back and forth. And like what you said, it's very addictive. No? Anything that is new, you want to try a lot of it. So I thought your content was amazing. It was very relatable to anybody who is a fitness freak or is even remotely, trying to improve their wellness, both mental health as well as their physical. Now, coming to what we can learn from Toastmaster 𝗠𝗲𝗀𝗁's speech is that his alignment of the data and what he has done was very good. And he's also an avid reader that I know. But the story that he told was very much in line with a book called Never Give Up by David Goggins. So the story is about how he had enrolled as a Navy SEAL, and after that he went into decathlon and a lot of fitness program. And his famous quote is, "To grow, you must suffer." Now, when it comes to his presentation, I would have a couple of recommendations for Toastmaster 𝗠𝗲𝗀𝗁, which is like probably it would be nice to go a little behind and you could, let us watch all of you because body gestures are so very important when it comes to presentation. Also, I saw a picture of Kathakali in the background of the room that you were. So Kathakali is all about facial gestures and miming. So if you could improve a little bit on your vocal variety and your facial gestures and your hand gestures and the throw in your voice, it is going to make your speech, top notch, and it's going to improve you as a public speaker, and the interest of the audience will also be really sustained. Otherwise, it was a wonderful speech, and thank you so much. And I think that you have successfully completed your level 1. So all the best to you for all your future speeches. Over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Carolyn, for the feedback. Now, I would like to invite the tag team to provide their reports. First, the timer. Toastmaster Navya, can you please provide the timing details of the speeches?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Sudhir. Coming to the timings for today's prepared speeches. Speaker 1, Mr. Toastmaster Ashish, his timing was 7 minutes 40 seconds. And second speaker, Toastmaster J.K. Arora, his timing is 6 minutes 47 seconds. And third speaker, Toastmaster 𝗠𝗲𝗀𝗁𝗁, his timing is 7 minutes 27 seconds. Now coming to table topics round. Toastmaster Hari, his timing was 2 minutes. And actually, a few of the timings, I don't have the exact details. I had to step out of the meeting for some time. So for Toastmaster Caroline, Toastmaster Sudhir, and Toastmaster Vikas, the timing was below 2 minutes only, but exact details I don't have. Sudhir was timing in my absence. Okay. Now coming to the timings of evaluations, Toastmaster Vrunda, the timing was 2 minutes 50 seconds. And DTM Noor, timing is close to 4 minutes. And Toastmaster Caroline, timing was 2 minutes 24 seconds. I'll be pasting the timing details in the chat as well. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Sudhir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navya, for providing the timings. Now I welcome Toastmaster Vikas to provide his report on us and ups. Toastmaster Vikas.
Yeah, it was such a jubilant session. So I have the counters of all the speakers. Ashish Sinha, there were no ahs or hums. So, but he used the filler words so 2 times and so that 3 times. And so J.K. Arora ji, I didn't find any ahs or hums or any filler words. So it was a wonderful speech. And Trivedan, so like was used for 3 times. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikas. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Vrinda to give her grammarian report. Toastmaster
Thank you. Thank you, Sudhir. I had a really jubilant experience today because the word jubilant was used several times. So I'm really happy and I'm just snapping my fingers at the outset. Just to mention a few names, it was used by Ashish, J.K. Arora twice, Trivedan 4 times, Pratik 1 or 2 times, Hari twice, Vikas once. And if I have missed anyone, my apologies, but I was trying my best. I was, I think, working hard to note down all the nice vocabulary that we use today as well. Starting with the first thing that caught my attention was, may your Wi-Fi always be strong. Wow, I'm going to use it really often. The other things that were very fancy were how to be a hero of your own life. So that was something that was a nice use of the language. Then I have noted so many things, but I'm first highlighting a few of the milestones. So which was used by Trivedan. So some milestones was crossing milestones. The emotion was that of horror. So that was something nicely used. Then that was one more language that was nice, or a phrase that was used was to grow, you must suffer, which Toastmaster Caroline shared. A few fixings or language corrections that we could do with is being released could be used as was released, is going to remake, is going to be remade, or you could say is going to undergo a remake. She is always in my head. She is in my thoughts. A few other things which are pretty minor. Your network find you, your network finds you. So these were just a few language nuances that I wanted to share. But overall, it was a great experience. And the Wi-Fi thing is still going in my head. So I'm definitely going to repeatedly use it. And that was a great experience for me as a grammarian today. Thank you for this and to be of service to all of you. And with that, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vrinda, for giving your grammarian report. It was in detail. It was a great meeting today, isn't it? With different kinds of flavors added to our today's session. Now, I would like to thank Toastmaster Shahid, which is not in the session today, and Toastmaster Navya in providing the TMOD script, how I have to manage the things, and I would really thank to both of them. Now, I would like to call Toastmaster Vrinda to give her closing address for today's session.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhir. Firstly, let's give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Sudhir. Wonderfully done, wonderfully scripted, and really speaking a sense. I am using the word scripted as in movies. So you had a trailer, you had sound effects, and you showcased a real nice, uh, I would say, a nice movie or something which we could go from. I was thinking, what is he going to say? Is he going to start from the 1900s and going to talk about the history of cinema? But you gave us a modern take and you took us into the future. So that was really wonderfully done. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our guest. We have guest Caroline and guest Trivedan who joined us from Velo Toastmasters Club. We also have a few other guests in the room. Right now, we have just Vidya Sagar. So let me just invite Caroline and Trivedan to get their feedback about how was this experience of an online meeting and share any thoughts or suggestions that you may have.
Well, it was a really nice meeting. I love the timing of the meeting. It's 7 a.m. You wake up to a Toastmasters session, which I think was really wonderful. My kids were like, what's happening? Why are you so early and on a meeting? But then it was lovely meeting all of you and listening to all your stories. And the wonderful part of Toastmasters is we learn from each other's experience. We don't get all the experience in one lifetime, but when we network and when we, talk to a lot of people, we get slice of each person's life, which really adds on to our knowledge base also. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure being with all of you.
Thank you. Trivedan, your feedback, please.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I would say this club is actually this is the embodiment of what I thought Toastmasters was. Toastmasters International was. You have people from Canada. Ma'am is from Canada. You have people from Hyderabad. You have people from different parts of India coming together. People who, under normal circumstances, I don't think we would be meeting. And yet coming together, sharing our knowledge, our thoughts in an environment which is like very conducive to being without any fear. Like, this is what I think Toastmasters is, and this club is really wonderful. It was a wonderful experience. And second of all, I've been to quite a few online meetings, and in those, I think I've never seen anyone use the word of the day before, like properly. Every one of the members that has been. I mean, even in our own club, I'm a bit partial to our because we've developed quite a lot, I believe. But even in our own club, we don't implement the word of the day. And to see a club in which every member uses it, it's kind of like really, really new and really encouraging as well. I think yes, that overall this experience was wonderful. As Miss Carolyn mentioned, I woke up early and I came to the meeting very early at 7 o'clock. Just after walking, I came over here and I had some second guesses and all that, but like time went by really, really fast. And yes, this is all I can say. Thank you very much for this wonderful experience. I hope to be in this club.
Sure, you're welcome to join us anytime. We meet on Sundays in the mornings at 7. So feel free to join, drop by. We could have joint meetings, whatever, but yeah, you're always welcome. Anybody else? Guest Vidya Sagar, are you there? Vidya Sagar is a regular guest, so I don't know if he's a guest yet, but he joins us every week.
Yeah. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Yeah. I'm feeling some better. Yeah, I wish to talk some second about fruitarian diet. Anybody can follow the fruitarian diet because this is I'm following.
Yeah, Vidya Sagar ji, I was wanting to ask, like today, how was the experience with the meeting? That the diet part we can discuss when we have a forum.
Yeah, very. Yeah, ma'am. Very wonderful session. I am enjoying, but I have missed some minutes following 1 hour because I am out of city traveling. So,
okay,
if possible, share recording previous sessions.
Sure.
Sorry, previous hours. only.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful session. I mean, I have enjoyed so much. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I think, Sudhir, we can stop the meeting. I'll formally announce that the meeting closes for today, and the next meeting would be again on Sunday next week at 7 o'clock.
Thank you all.